Hey, what's up guys? It is Sunday, March 13th, 10 in the morning. Just got back from my Sunday morning grocery shop, which you guys know I like to do, get it out of the way and don't have to deal with anyone, really quick and easy. Picked up a lot of produce today and got a few other things. So let's see what I got. Got some tomatoes, which I like to use in salads, also cucumbers for the same reason, zucchini, clementines, got some cabbage, which I really also like in salads, adds a really nice flavor and texture. Some bananas, some for earlier in the week, some for later in the week. Hopefully by the time I get to these, they'll be yellow. Got some apples, those are Brayburns. Got some sweet potatoes. Powerades, so these were on sale for 69 cents for 1 liter, which is a really good price. Picked up about 10 of these. I like all these flavors except for the purple, but the fiance likes that. Got some store brand peanut, like Reese's Puff cereal. This was $1.50 for a box, so pick that up. We'll eat that throughout the week. What else? Some chamomile tea. So this is really good tea for like nighttime. Doesn't have any caffeine. So if you want something at nighttime but don't want to be up, if it keeps you up drinking caffeine, I like that. Got some strawberries. Got 3 pounds worth, which will last probably the week. Let's see, some Crystal Light. What else? These are rolls that I use for my sandwiches at work each day. They're just like a store brand white roll. I got some peanut butter, which I put in my oatmeal a lot and also in my sweet potatoes. So pro tip for natural peanut butter, when you guys are storing it, store it this way in your cabinet before you're going to use it. That way the oil, which is here, goes up to the top, and then when you're stirring it the first time you're going to use it, it makes it much easier. The oil's all at the bottom now, and it doesn't overflow out of the thing, and it makes it much easier. What else? Got some mushrooms for salads. Got some spinach, which I put on my sandwiches, and then spring mix, which I use for salads. And then I just got some ground beef. Got some 90-10 ground beef here, and some regular cottage cheese, large curd. I mix this with Greek yogurt a lot. So that's it for the groceries for this week. Got a lot of chicken breast in the freezer, which I bought at Sam's Club, so still stocked up on that. So didn't need to pick up any of that, which I eat a lot of throughout the week. Going to hit the gym in a little bit. Got my heavy bench press and squat hypertrophy day today. For bench press, I'm hitting an AMRAP at 286-ish pounds, which is the number that has been my bench at my last 2 meets, which I hit on my second attempt at the last 2 meets and then ended up missing my third, which was 2.5 to 5 kilos above that. So just one top set, as many reps as possible. Really looking forward to it. Been anticipating this session for 4 weeks now, or 5 weeks, ever since I got the program from Harry. So really excited to see how I do here. I think it's going to go pretty well. Gonna put all this stuff away, and I will see you guys in the gym. Alright, so before we got into my bench press, I started off with squat hypertrophy. So this is the highest volume really that I do for squats, and as you can tell, it's even dropping off a bit. So 75% just for a 3x6 here, which was 150 kilos or about 330 pounds. This felt really good today. I felt like it was moving really quickly. Still beltless, form and everything felt on point, and yeah, so everything there was going well. I was really looking forward to getting into bench for the day. This is my last week of this transmutation phase. After this week of training, I will only have 4 more weeks to go before the meet. So that'll result in volume dropping off even more as we get up to the meet. So that was it for squats. Then I started my bench press. This is just warming up here, starting off with the bar. As always, I did do some rotator cuff work and like some face pulls just with a band before squatting, actually, just to get everything nice and loose. And squatting itself gets my hips and legs really warm, which I need in order to get into position for the bench press. So started off with the bar, then went to 70 kilos, which is like 154 pounds. Hit that for probably around 8 reps. Jumped up to 90 kilos or 198 pounds for 3. This is my usual progression. If I'm using like the kilo plates, this is the way I usually do it. So next is, what's this? This is 100 kilos, so this is 220 pounds, which I just hit for 1 rep. And then got into my working set. So this was supposed to be 130 kilos or 286.5 pounds, but which I didn't realize until after I completed the set and had the bar completely unloaded. This was only 125 kilos or 275 pounds. So I ended up hitting this for 3 reps, which I was originally really happy about because I called it 3 at like an RPE 9, until I realized that this was 2.5, or what was it, 2.5 kilos less than what I was supposed to hit. So I reloaded the bar to the correct weight. This was probably around 5 or so minutes after hitting that last set. And this is 130 kilos or 286.5. So I kind of screwed that up big time, but ended up hitting 2 reps here, which I was pretty happy with still. So this was probably like an RPE 9.5, but either way, we're going to call it probably a 3 rep max for me right now, which definitely happy about, even though I kind of screwed it up. I got some heavy AMRAPs on my squat and deadlift coming up later in the week, so hopefully I will not screw that up, and probably double and triple check the weight that I have loaded on the bar. So thanks for watching the video, guys. Hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you in the next one.